Welcome, 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 family. Mo Money Terry here at you again today. All right, my Pick-3 at a Glance family. And we're here for September the 2nd, 2022. Pick-3 at a Glance system works for all states or anywhere in the globe where they're using 1,000 numbers to play Pick-3. Reason being, we take 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on them, and make up the 1,000 numbers that you can at a glance track and pick off. And we work by the law of average. And as you eliminate numbers, you look for the numbers that are left to what to play. All righty. That eliminates having to use, with my system, having to use the tic-tac-toes, the date sums, the grids, the flips, and the 100 other different rundowns that they use to find numbers that they think going to hit the next day. My system doesn't work off trying to find a number hit for the next day. My system works off of tracking the numbers down, seeing how they're falling, look at the columns and know what columns to pull your numbers off by the law of average. And when you hit, you're building a bucket list of numbers, or you can say numbers that you intend to play. When you hit, and then you always know where your numbers are coming from that you plan to play. You always know why you're playing your numbers. My saying, if you don't know why you're playing the numbers, don't play them. And the only way you're going to know why you're playing your numbers is tracking the numbers, okay? So we're going to get started here today with the number system. Yesterday's number, we always start with the number that came prior. So we always start with the number that came prior. And that number is 594. Okay, we're going to get started. And 594 is a straight, and it can come 6 different ways, okay? And last time it came out that way was December the 17th, 2021, all right? So that's been 9 months or better. And that's why I say you need to track the actual numbers. You need to have a system where you can track all the numbers and see how they're falling. And the Pick-3 at a Glance system is a system that does that for you, with 22 simple numbers with the 1-1 rundown on them. And the way that they come, these numbers have to alternate by the law of average. It can come 6 different ways: 594, 549, 954, 945, 459, 495. All right. This here is the column that we're going to look for, the information we're going to need to find this 594 on the master sheet here. All right. And this master sheet is what consists of the 1,000 numbers, the 22 numbers that make up the 1,000 numbers, and the 22 columns. And what we have here is the 1-1 rundown that we're going to do on this 594. And these here are the 22 numbers, I call them base numbers, that makes up the master sheet here. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the 1-1 rundown on the 594. And I only use the 1-1 rundown because it's the easiest and simplest rundown, but it's powerful. It gives you all the information you're going to need to track the numbers that you look to play. So let's start with the 1. At 1 to 5, you get 6. 1 to 6, you get 7. 1 to 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you get 10. But you don't use the 1, you just want to use the 0. 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. Same number at the top, same at the bottom. And it's simple. When you start with the 5, you're just going to say 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam, you're done. The 9, you're just going to use the 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're done. 9 at the top, 9 at the bottom. And then same here. You're going 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're done. Same number at the top, at the bottom. Can't get no easier than that. All right. Now what you want to do, find out where this 594 would be in which column. And here we're going to, it's column 5. Reason being, whenever you find any number here, when you do the 1-1 rundown, one of these base numbers is going to be in that rundown. I don't care what number you use. So what we have here, the base number is 015, but it shows here as 150. Because that's one of the 6 ways it can come, 6 different ways. All right? You'll always find the base number in whatever number you do the 1-1 rundown on. So it's column 4, 015, 015. But when you get to the number, instead of being 594, it's going to show as 459 under this, the way this number is ran. You do the 1-1 rundown on it, you're going to see the 459. What you're going to do, column 4, here's the 015. You go down and find the 459. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, I'm going to have to redo this, but it's 4. Here's your 459 right here. Okay? And you just check it off. Bam. Okay, I'm about to clean. You can see that I'm in the process of doing this board different with permanent black ink, so I don't have to keep filling these in. Okay, so but that is the 459. That's what you want to look for it. And this here is what I would consider a yearly sheet. Usually at the beginning of a month, like September, I start with a monthly sheet where it's all clear with nothing, no check marks at all. But I do carry a yearly sheet, so at the end of the year, at a glance, I can see what numbers are left to rotate over into the next year. Because by law average, those numbers that didn't fall this year are going to fall the following year, and the following year after that, and the following year after that. It takes like three years for these 1,000 numbers to all come out and hit. Yeah. Because you only got 365 days in a year, and you got 1,000 numbers. So trying to find out what number is coming the next day is not, to me, is not rational. What I do is find the numbers that are left by law average and play those numbers, because by law average, those numbers, most of them are going to come out, and my column can show it, and my PICK-3 at a glance shows that to you. Okay, so we found it, 459, we checked it out. Now, how do you get the 1,000 numbers out of the 22 numbers? All the 22 numbers are here, which is 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, and 037. These are the 12 numbers with the 1-1 rundown on each column. The doubles have the same thing. And these numbers can come all 6 different ways, right? Doubles have the same thing. Double is a number with 2 like numbers in it, like the 001 is 2 like numbers. And they can only come 3 ways. And it's 10 of them with the rundown. So 3 times 10 ways, 10 times 3 give you 30, right? These 6 ways, and it's 12 of them, so 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers. You got 720 numbers here that you're looking at a glance, automatically. That's 75% of the 1,000 numbers that you want to look at a glance, with only 12 numbers, once you do the 1-1 rundown on it. Same here. You got 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, triple zeros. Then you have 011, 022, 033, 044, and that's 10 numbers. The triples are straight. They can only come straight. So they can't come 3 different ways. But the rest of the 9 come 3 different ways. So 9 times, and they give you 30 numbers in each column. So 9 times 30 is 270. And the 12 times 60 gives you 720, which totals 990 of the 1,000 numbers. And then you got the triples that only come one way, which is only 10 of them, 10 there. So that 190 plus 10 gives you your 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds is what you get. That them odds will never change. These numbers rotating will never change. And they set up here in a way that numerically that you can just track them at a glance, because all of them are in numerical order. Each column is in numerical order, from the highest number to from the lowest number to the highest. Well, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to normal counting. All right. Now, if you take this system, what's so important about it is that it shows you what they call the mirror of, or the opposite, any number you play, or the sister number. They call it mirror or sister. That's the only thing with this system you have to understand is the mirroring of a number. All right. And how do you look for the opposite of a number? All you do, this is a grid here, and say you got triple zeros to 499. That's the top half of the numbers, which would be here. The top half would be up here. And then you got 500 to 999 would be the bottom half of the numbers, which is the bottom of all the numbers here. Okay? So what we have here, you have the numbers that are opposite. 1 is opposite 6, 6 is opposite 1. 2 opposite 7, 7 opposite 2. 3 opposite 8, 8 opposite 3. 4 opposite 9, 9 opposite 4. 5 opposite 0, 0 opposite 5. Okay? Now you look at, say you were playing out of these 3, 1, 2, 3. 6, 7, 8 came in. They just played that top number instead of playing your bottom. You playing 1, 2, 3. They just played that bottom number instead of playing your 1, 2, 3. The 6, 7, 8 would be the bottom number. You playing 3, 4, 5, and 8, 9, 0 came in. They just played your bottom number instead of your top number. Okay? Mirroring is important here because it works with you with the law of average. Say, if you get a monthly sheet, now I say this is a yearly sheet, but I do a monthly sheet that I can track every month what column is hitting, how it's hitting, and if the column didn't hit at all that month. That's mainly what I'm looking for. Okay? And the reason being, say I get a column here that ain't filled for 2 months, and that could happen with your tracking. If your column ain't filled for 2 months and you hit, you know automatically where to go get your next numbers from. You ain't got to guess. You don't have to do no tic-tac-toe. You don't have to do no day sum. You don't have to do no grids. You don't have to do no flips. You don't have to flip single numbers, see what number hot, none of that. Because you're looking at all actual 1,000 numbers right here. So in 60 days, normally in 60 days, depending on what numbers I'm playing, play responsibly. I don't pick up a lot of numbers. But when I do hit, I got my eye on a column that ain't hit in 2 months. And especially 3 months. And it can take 3 months for a column to hit. But that's okay if you playing your numbers when you hit. You know definitely on that third month you're gonna go and get your numbers off of this column, because by law of average, one of those numbers gonna fall, because you're not just looking at 10 numbers here. You gotta realize you're looking at 60 numbers that ain't filled in 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Okay? Another beautiful thing about that I like is, say, like I'm showing you the mirrors here, if off that same column that ain't hit in 3 months, and you see, but and you see that the mirror, the opposite of that number having failed, like say this 125, and opposite of it is 670, even though it's checked out, you're gonna play those two numbers. By law average, one of those two gonna fall. If you don't play the whole column 50-cent box, I do that. Or depends on when I hit how much money I have, I'll play the whole column straight box just like it is on my sheet. When you do the 1-1 rundown. In Missouri, somehow they come just like I got them on the sheet when they do hit, a lot of them. But you're going to track your own numbers for your own state. Just follow me. Take the 22 numbers, write them down, follow my system, follow me. I'm here every day pretty much. Well, I'll be, and this is Monday. I might not do one for Monday because it's a holiday. I'm probably going to enjoy that with the family. But after that, I do a strategy session and I do a tutorial to show you how to use this system. All right? Okay, so you definitely want to play these by the law average. It's going to come out. Or you might find just more than that one. You might find that the 236 and the 781 didn't come out. So you play all four of those. That's how I play it. That's how you see what you're playing and catch it and know what you're playing. You don't have to guess. You don't have to, those other tools only give you a fraction of what you need to see. I'd say 10% because I don't see, if you ain't looking at all the 1,000 numbers and seeing what you're doing, you have no idea what you're doing. I don't care what other tool you use, grids, rundowns, other different rundowns, they got like 317, 476, the 99, the 88, whatever. They can make a rundown out of any of these numbers in any way. And that to me was confusing. I put everything in numerical order where it's easy to understand and easy to follow along on. Okay? And it's been working pretty good for me. So I'm just sharing what I know. And it's coming out good. I'm getting a lot of good feedback and a lot of people is appreciating it. And I don't see why they wouldn't because it's so simple. Everything in numerical order. You don't have to do no guesswork. When you're checking the numbers off, you see what they're doing. Everything I'm going to show you today ain't going to be no more than a 10-minute of your time when you put the sheets together. Okay, and if you need any help, just momoneyterry@gmail.com. 314-260 is my phone number, 9801. Okay, and I'm more than willing to help you. But that's it there. Check the columns off. Excuse me, 1 minute. Yeah, check the columns off.